Don't see your face or anything. It's just basically, it's just for sound. That's all it's for. Right. Now, I don't know if this is your mum or grandma that's coming through. Is mum up there?
No.
Is grandma up there?
Yeah.
But was grandma like mum?
Yeah.
Probably why then. My links are off at the minute, so I just have to just do what I do. Right. But there's also another female coming through. Now, the female is a younger female. And at the minute, I don't know how she's related to you or connecting to you. But there is another female there. Do you understand? Another female in spirit.
Don't know.
Right, that's fine. I'm going to work with her, but I'm going to try and get more through, okay? She's acknowledging the name Ed, like an Ed. Do you understand who Ed is?
Yeah.
Right, that's fine. That's fine. This female is acknowledging an Ed. So she's connected to an Ed. Not a head, an Ed.
Right.
Excuse my French. Right. Do you also have a child in spirit?
No.
Connected round you. Might not be yours. It might be brother, sister, friend, or something. But there's a child that somebody has lost around you. It could be miscarriage or anything. I do feel as though this comes around you quite a bit. This child. Do you know who a Dan is?
What have they done?
I need to acknowledge.
He's not passed away.
No, I need to acknowledge the name Dan.
All right. Okay.
That's
What have
fine.
they done?
That's fine. I need to acknowledge the name. I just get random names from spirit. I have to give them. If I get names, I have to give them to you. And if they don't make sense yet, you might look back at this recording and think, "Oh God, you know when she said Joe Blogs, I know who that is now."
Right.
That's why I do this. That's why I record it. So I'm acknowledging the name Dan. Now, I know before we did this, you spoke about your job and what your job is and what you do. But I do feel as though, I don't know if you've actually serious about doing it or if it's in the pipeline or something you've thought of, but I do feel as though there's a change for you coming job wise. So I don't know if you've spoke about anything, but I do feel as though I need to push you along a different path. Right? Okay? I also know you spoke about getting another tattoo. Because she's acknowledging the tattoo. So she's acknowledged that you're getting another one. So I'm presuming you've got them because she said another,
Yeah.
which is plural to me, so you've already got one, at least. She's acknowledging that. What else are you giving me? What else are you giving me? Right, did grandma, I don't know if you called her grandma, nana, whatever, but I'm just going to call her grandma. When grandma was here and you were younger, did you and her have like this special connection? Now I know she probably had other grandkids, but were you and her special?
I also thought so. But
Because that's how she's making me feel. It's like there's other grandkids, but you're the one who is special. Does that make sense? That's why she's making me feel. I was thinking, why? That you can't have favourites, grandma. But she
I
can.
think I used to go on like that.
Yeah, and that's what she's acknowledging. She's acknowledging the fact that you were special. I also need to say that at the end of grandma's time on earth, I feel as though people thought she struggled, but it wasn't as bad as what she looked. It was a case of her body was shutting down and she had to go, but it wasn't as awful as people thought. She wasn't in pain. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That, I don't know if that helps you or not, but I need to give you that. She's acknowledging she wasn't in pain, and I know it's upsetting you, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. I'll go get some loo roll if you want. And she's quite adamant about that. I need to give you that. Right. I've got like a Joy or a Joyce. Do you know who a Joy or a Joyce? If you can't place it now, remember I've said it.
Right.
Because it might come in a family conversation or something, but I do believe there's a connection to a Joy or a Joyce out there as well. This female, she's acknowledging an Ed. I don't know who she is. She won't I'm trying to get her closer, but I know she wasn't that old when she passed over.
My auntie Sharon passed away last year and her husband was Ed.
That could be who she is then. But I feel as I'm trying to get her. It's like she's come through and it's like, oh, I'm just having a nosy around your front room. Look at your little cups and oh, look, you've got candles there. I'm like, no, not today. Come here. Right. But yeah, she's acknowledging an Ed. But do you know, this is going to sound so strange. She's also acknowledging a dog.
She had loads of dogs.
This particular, there's a dog. There's a particular, it looks really scruffy. But it's lovely.
Is it big or little?
It's little.
Little. It's got a little,
because I want to pick
like
it.
little terrier.
I want to pick it up. This little dog. And it's like really scruffy. It's like a little toilet brush, but it's cute.
That could be the other night. That could be Taika.
I don't know. She's acknowledging this dog, so I have to give the dog. Right. I knew there was a lot of dogs. I knew there was a lot of animals. I knew it, because I've got energy all around of like animals, and it's like, you know, when you go somewhere and there's like loads of dogs and they all run to you and it's like woo, and they all want fuss and attention, and it's like that, and I'm like that. No, just chill your beans, because I'm trying to get other things through. It's like they just want to be acknowledged. Bless them, they do. Right. You've got a connection to animals. Spiritual connection to animals. Did you know that?
People say.
I feel the way that Grandma's making me feel about you with animals, I feel as though if there was a horse, if there was a horse and this horse was having a bit of a crap time and it was jumping all over, and you'd get hold of this horse and you'd touch its nose and you'd stroke and it'd stop. And I feel as though you've got a connection to animals. If there's a dog that's frightened, this dog isn't frightened of you. This dog knows that you're not. It's so strange, this connection you've got, but you've got a connection to animals. I want to push you towards animals.
I saw the hedgehog last week.
Yeah,
I brought him over to Norton.
I don't know. I just feel as though there's something about you with animals. I really do feel. Maybe work as a vet or something. No, I couldn't. I couldn't.
My friend said this to me
I
last
couldn't
week,
put them
and I
down.
was like, I haven't got enough. Oh no, I definitely couldn't do that part. And I was like, animals or children? Animals bite children. Well, I work with special needs kids, so sometimes them children bite.
They do, yeah. But I do believe that there's something with you with animals. So maybe look into, I don't even if it's volunteering for a couple of hours somewhere with animals or something. I do feel you've got that connection, but I also feel as though spiritually it'll open you up as well. I think you can do what I do, but I don't know if you know that yet. I don't know if you've had any experiences. What I mean by that is everybody thinks that, oh my God, I've heard a bang and it could be Joe Blogs. Oh my God, the door just shut on its own, it's a ghost. No, darling, it's the wind. But I do feel as though you've had something that you have questioned. And I believe that this experience has happened within the last few weeks as well. Because I do believe you are connecting to spirit, but you're questioning it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because Grandma's like that. Because she could do it. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, she's got it. She can do it. Now, I don't know if Mum can. I don't know if it's skipped generation. I don't know. But I do know she could.
Right.
And so can you.
So I have always felt like something, but
Mm-hmm.
then I just think, oh no, I'm just like making it up.
I also know that they come to you in dreams as well. You have very vivid dreams sometimes. We all have dreams, don't we? We all sometimes remember dreams, but there's times when you have very vivid dreams. And I do know that you had a very vivid dream. We've already spoke about one of your children and the baby that she's had.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that you had a very vivid dream when this baby was due. And you questioned whether you were like, that was so real, that was so real. And it wasn't anything bad, there was nothing bad, but it was a very vivid dream. Somebody from spirit came to you. And it was reassuring you that that baby was going to be okay.
I've got a terrible memory, I can't remember.
I'm just giving you what they're giving me,
Yeah.
so I have to give you that. But you,
Actually, think about my grandma always said when my granddad passed, she always said she seen him playing his at the bottom of the bed.
yeah,
And he's saying that.
you've just got to stop doubting you. Stop doubting you. I'm not going to go too much into this because I do believe that there might be an answer in your cards. We don't know that yet until we do them. But that's what she's giving me for you. I also feel as though the month of October is relevant for you, and I don't know why, but the month of October is relevant for you. But I'm also going back on the calendar, and I feel as though the month of it, possibly late February to early March. I've got for late February, early March as well. And I don't know why, but I need to give you that. Right. I also believe that there's been talk lately. I don't know if it's you or I don't know if you've got brothers and sisters and stuff, but I do feel as though there is talk lately about possibly either cleaning a headstone or sorting a headstone. Somebody's been speaking about it. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Right, remember I've said that because I do believe it's going to be brought up. I do believe there's a resting place that people go to. It could even it might be just be a little thing where the ashes are. I don't know, but I do feel it's like a memorial place with something, and it's either been spoke about of either updating it or cleaning it or something. So I need to give you that. Right. This other lady's come in. You said it could be your auntie. This other lady's come in. And I feel as though I need to give her congratulations. And I've got like a hat on. I feel as though I've got something, I've achieved something. Give me more. You know, like them flat caps,
Yeah.
university. I feel as though I need to give that across.
Right. As I said, her daughter's, I don't know if she graduated this year or last year. I think
Yeah.
it could be this year. Maybe
Well,
it could be this year.
Well, I need to give that across. I need to give her congratulations across in the cap.
Right. That could be Elliot.
So that's what I need to do. I need to give that across. I don't know why, but I do. Right. Did somebody have a massive black fluffy dog thing? I am crap with breeds.
She had.
I know what Labradors are. That's about
As
it.
I say, she did have labs, but I can't remember if she had like that many. She had one called Lucky, which I don't think he was a breed. He might have been like a Hybs 57, which was like I think she took him in.
This is just this
Lucky.
big energy of a dog, and it's quite a big dog, and he's fur. I'm not going to say he's fluffy like, you know, them sheepskin rugs. It's not that sort of fluff. It's like longer than what it possibly would have been. So
Yeah.
it could be a Heinz 57, because our Oliver, God rest his soul, our Lauren's just lost her dog Oliver, and he was a collie Labrador, and he had parts of him were like longer and fluffier than what a labby would, and that's just what I'm feeling. I feel as though I've got this energy of a dog, and I have to acknowledge this dog. And I know this dog was a bugger because he was lovely, but what he'd do is he'd sit on your feet and you'd get a dead foot. Because his energy's trying to sit on my foot, and I'm like that, trying to lift my foot away from him.
That's strange. I've got a dead foot there as you're saying that. I don't know if it's because my foot's up.
It could be because his energy's there. It could be. Right. I also know that spirit have been round you because they've pulled your hair. Because they're pulling mine. Like, not that much, but you'll feel like a little pull or a little touch of your hair, like, and you're like that, oh, is that a spider, or oh, is that a cobweb? And that again is how they're connecting, because they're giving me that for you. Right. Have you spoke about getting a dog?
No.
I need to give you that somebody or you has spoke about getting a dog, because this dog energy I'm getting, I feel as though I need to pass it back
Well,
to
in
you.
the last 2 weeks, because I have Maxie's mates on my phone, we've got a cocker, and there's been a couple of cockers, and I've been like, oh, Chris, look at that. So, but I haven't really said, he's like, no, and then I've looked and said, no, dog, no, but I have sort of like looked and went, I need a home. Then realised there's like 1,000 people commented, so he's definitely getting a home.
Yeah.
So But I don't know whether like I do always like I see a puppy and I'm like, oh look, it's a little puppy mouth.
I want a Labrador, mate. I'm aiming next year to get a Labrador.
Love dogs.
But yeah, I feel as though I want to give you a dog. So I don't know, as I say, you've just said you've spoke about it with your husband, but I feel as though you're wanting one more than he realises. But I also feel as though a dog for you is therapeutic.
Yeah, I love my dog.
It's like if you're having a crap day.
I'm closer with my dog than I am my husband.
Yeah.
I realise it's just like Chris comes for a cuddle and I'm like, fuck off. The dog comes and sticks his ass in my face and I'm like, oh, I love you. I'm like, hang on, there's something going on here. I think it's because he doesn't speak.
Yeah.
And he talks shit.
But that's just what I feel. I feel like I need to give you a dog. The thing I'm getting for you when it comes to dogs is it's a dog that needs you as much as you need that dog. It's not just, you're not just gonna open a page in a newspaper. I'm doing it old fashioned with newspapers, aren't I? I'm not using a phone. Open a page in a newspaper and say, oh look, there's a dog, we'll have that one. It's not like that. You're going to get the feeling of what dog is you're going to get. You're going to know that this dog needs you. I really do believe that, and I can't change that. So when I get a message in about 3-4 months from your husband saying it's your fault she's got another dog, I'm just going to block him. It's not my fault. But yeah, that's what I feel. I do feel that. Now, I'm picking up 2 names. And the weird thing is, the 2 names that I'm getting for you are 2 names I've got for my children. I've got a Jack and a Georgia.
I've got a Jack and a Georgia.
And my Georgia is spelt with a J.
Get out, really?
Yeah.
Well, that is.
They've literally just given me that. I have to acknowledge your children. And that's why I've got the J's. Jack and Georgia. That's mad, isn't it?
George, James, Jack and Josh.
All J's.
It wasn't meant to be all J's. It was like accidental because Georgia was going to be James. It was my granddad's name. And then Georgia was a girl. But we didn't know until we had it because they didn't do scans then. So obviously then we had to change it. I liked Georgia, but Chris didn't like George. But then we like Georgia with a J. And I was like, it's the same name. Like same. And he was like, so, and then obviously the next one was James.
Yep.
Then the third one came and I was like, I don't think I can have an odd different initial. And then the last one was like, I want a C one, and I was like, I can't have 3 children with a J and 1 with a C. It just can't happen. So I've got 4
That's
children.
the OCD, isn't it?
I don't have OCD, but I have tendencies a lot.
Yeah.
My friend said the other day, I've worked, do you know the one I said I worked with this week?
Yeah.
She went, because I was like, obviously I work with kids with special needs as well. She was like, has anybody ever said to you, I think you got ADHD? And I was like, no. But I do have like little bits.
I think I've got bits, yeah.
So I was like, she went, you can do a test. So I got it over because the test and it was like, you probably have ADHD. And I was like, oh.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, that's a left off.
Yeah. It's like, with me, this will sound random, but I have to keep checking. Because if that candle isn't the same as that one, it's pissing me off. That's pissing me off because that's up there and it's not meant to because there isn't one the other end.
Yeah.
Just little things like that. And I'm like that. I'm like that.
Yeah, I'm not that really bad. Little things.
Yeah.
It's because it's not all the time, so I'm like, I don't think I always say to people, I'm not OCD, but I can't have that table there and that one.
Yeah. Right. We're going to do your cards. You're going to ask me now what I'm tapped for, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so.
It releases, people believe it, people don't, but I believe it releases energy connected to these cards that could have possibly been from the last time I used them or anything. So when I'm doing a card reading for like you and stuff like that, I believe that it's your reading, so you don't want anybody else's energy in there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get Grandma to choose your cards. Aren't we, Grandma? What she does is she uses my energy, and I will get like in my fingers, I will get like either a tingling or I'll get like a warm feeling, I'll feel heat or something, and that's how I know that's the right card that she's chosen for you. I have had it before where I've actually, for example, if it was that card she'd chosen, I've actually gone to that one and then I've had spirit basically pull my hand out and make me do it again because I've done it wrong. So they will keep me right with the cards. Absolutely. This isn't me moving it, by the way. Was she very precise?
Yeah, it was certain things.
No, she's going back to the beginning. It's like perfection. It has to be right. It has to, and if it's not, she'll start again. Yeah, that's what she's doing. That's what she's doing. All I do is rest my arm on my fingers. Otherwise I get arm ache. That one. No. Okay. I got a thingy there. I was like that, right? Okay. So we have to go back to the beginning. Which one are you wanting? Very indecisive. That one.
Should be looking for the best one.
That one. It's very strange. You all do it differently. I've had it before where I've done it with my right, because I'm right-handed, so automatically I put that hand out for them. And I've had it before where they refuse to. Nothing's coming through, and I'm like, what's going on? And it's because they're left-handed. So I have to go over sometimes. Strange, isn't it? As I said at the beginning, sweetheart, what I'll do is when I've done this, I'll photograph them and send you them. So you've got copies as well, then you can always refer back to them. Your first angel card is, I'll pass you the card because I don't even need to read off the card. Angel of Tranquility. Have a look at that. Because now you're here, you might be able to pick some up yourself from it as well. I believe that Grandma has drawn this card for you because that's what you need at the minute. You need peace and quiet. And I do believe the reason you need peace and quiet is because you've got a home that's on the go. You've got children, you've got an husband, you've got dogs, and you've got and everything's on the go. But you don't get that chance to be in your own thoughts, be in your own everything. And I feel she wants you to do this because I believe if you can get this, you're going to make some kind of decision that's right for you rather than based on what's right for other people. You need to have a thought process for yourself rather than sat there, ignore the cat, I do, rather than sat there, for example, at your kitchen table trying to work something out, and then you've got child number 1, Mum, can I have a drink? Child number 2, Mum, can I have some money to go to cinema? Child number 3, and it's like, no, you need that time away to process things yourself, and that's why. Your next card, Angel of Health. I do feel as though with you there is something going on with your health. I don't think it's anything major, but I do think there's something that isn't quite right. It could even be aches and pains or something, but I do feel like you're ignoring it more than accepting it. Does that make sense? I also feel with you that you're very strong in your head. You are very headstrong, which is fabulous. You're very strong in your head. But I do feel as though you're picking up on somebody's mental health, and I feel as though you're sat there sometimes thinking, what can I do to help this person? I don't know what I can do to help this person. And that's why that card's been brought. You can help this person. You've got the ability to help this person. Once you've gone into your peaceful state and your tranquil state, things will start coming to you, and you'll be able to help more. I do also feel as though, I mean, I can see a plaster on your foot, but that's because of your shoes. I mean, they're beautiful, them like, but that's because of your shoes. But I do feel as though with you, you're the sort of person with yourself that will, if you're having a crap day and you hypothetically your wrist's hurting or your arm's hurting, you're going to put a plaster on that and ignore it and hope it goes away because you're thinking of other people. You need to start looking after yourself and putting your own health first. Because she's adamant that you're not doing that. Okay, so I need to give you that. Your last card. Angel of Adventure. There is going to be, I do feel from what she's giving me and what I'm picking up, is there is going to be an adventure coming for you. But I feel as though it's to do with, again, something that you need to decide yourself. I feel doors are going to open for you. But again, I'm being drawn to animals. I really am being drawn to animals. I also want to give you like a girly time with the girls. No kids, no husband. Just with the girls. Just have girly time and a glass of wine and that sort of stuff. But I feel as though as well the adventure card for you is you're going to realise something about yourself that you didn't know was there, and it's going to be like, oh my god, I'm doing something and I didn't ever think I'd do this, but I actually like it. And I'm not going to say you're going to go surfboarding or anything. I don't know what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Paddleboarding yesterday.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm scared. I'm not scared of water, but I'm not very good in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, I seen it. Where was I walking? The other day I went to Nask for a dog walk, and with my family we always have like "You Are My Sunshine." That's like our little song.
Yeah.
And there was a saying on the back of a surfboard, and it said, "Oh, when the sunshine, live the sea" or something. And I was like, oh. So I thought to myself, I was like, do you know, I think I might fancy paddleboarding or something because I don't have any hobbies. I don't have any time for myself. Like I don't do anything basically. And I said to my husband, because he's got his own, like he hasn't got loads of his things. He like goes fishing and stuff. And I was like, do you know, I always end up just staying at home doing all the washing and ironing and looking after the house, like you said. So I was like, but I thought I'll say to him, do you fancy doing it like with me? So we have a little bit of like us time. And he's like, paddleboard, and I was like, yeah, I just feel like I really want to do it.
Well,
but with me being scared of water, and I thought, and he went, well, you'd have to wear a life jacket. I was like, well, obviously, I'll see if I'd have to myself.
But this is where I just feel as though there's going to be something you're either going to do or try and you're actually going to like it, and it's going to open a new door for you. I really do, and I feel it's going to build your confidence. So that could be it. That really could be it. And I just feel like there's a saying, the world is your oyster, but only you can find that oyster. You know what I mean? And this, I do believe it's your time to shine. You've done your bit. I know you've probably still got children that are younger, because you don't look like a day over 21. But I also feel though that even though the children are younger, they're still old enough to do things for themselves. And I feel it's now time for you to encourage them to do things for themselves, and you take a step back so that you can start enjoying. Is that alright?
Yeah.
I'm going to stop that recording.